We've been responding to things in the community, and we've become involved. And recently, we became involved in an immigration issue where we have 30,000 Cambodians in this community, and some are documented, some aren't. But there were raids this past summer where even documented immigrants were being harassed, and so we've recently worked on crafting a letter to go to our representatives, the Lowell newspaper, and leaders here in Lowell about our unhappiness with the injustice that being perpetrated. I think for GLILA, which when I started with it 25 years ago was kind of a lily-white Protestant dappled with a couple of Catholics, to be an organization now where actually we don't have many clergy. It's interesting that as we've become really more interfaith, clergy have backed off a bit in terms of involvement. But it's really been the last, when we took on the Lord's Prayer issue that I mentioned. Sure. I forget how it was brought to our attention, but we discovered that the city council here in Lowell had been reciting, they do the Pledge of Allegiance and the Lord's Prayer, and they had been doing it for at least 25 years, and this did not sit well with us as we become, as I say, more and more of an interfaith, intercultural kind of group. So we decided to bring this to the attention of the city fathers and mothers, and it became the local paper, which tends to sensationalize things from time to time. They got a hold of this, and this became headlines in one of the Sunday papers on interfaith group trying to tear the Lord's Prayer away from our city councilors. And anyway, we worked with the city council over, say, a 6-month period, and may not have gotten too far until the lawyer for the city made it clear that after her investigation of the First Amendment and its reverberations, that they had really no choice on constitutional grounds, that it was inappropriate. Basically, once an issue is brought to the attention of a political policy-making group, they need to amend their ways. And so we worked with them to develop an interfaith prayer. We said, look, we support the involvement of the faith factor if we can find a way of doing that is inclusive. And that was our basic thing. We wanted to include people. We felt that the Lord's Prayer was a way of the city council saying, you're really not welcome here. To our, we have a large Buddhist population in the community and growing Muslim and Hindu populations. So this was something that worked out, and I think in the long run, city council has been thankful